It is not unusual for viewers to feel curious about the lives of single mothers in Vietnam, especially after encountering the countless YouTube videos that circulate online. Many of these productions spotlight hardship and despair, often portraying women caught in cycles of poverty and rejection. Such portrayals, while not entirely untrue, can leave audiences with a skewed and overly bleak impression. The truth is far more layered. The lives of single mothers in Vietnam are not monolithic, nor are they confined to the sorrowful images popularized on screen. While undeniable challenges remain, many women are also rewriting their own narratives, moving from survival to strength, from stigma to self-reliance. Enduring challenges, economics, society, and law. In general, the road for single mothers remains steep. Economic instability is the most pressing burden. Many of these women find work in factories, markets, or other forms of manual labor, often taking on multiple side jobs simply to keep food on the table. Such incomes are rarely stable, and almost never sufficient to provide a full and secure life for their children. The challenges are harsher still in Vietnam's rural and mountainous regions, where ethnic minority women often face compounded disadvantages. With limited education, scarce job opportunities, and the weight of traditional customs, they carry a double load, not just the hardships of single parenthood, but also structural inequities embedded in geography and culture. The burden of prejudice. Beyond economics, social prejudice remains a persistent shadow. Although Vietnam is gradually becoming more open-minded, stigmas continue to cling to single women. Some still view single mothers as irresponsible, spoiled, or incapable of sustaining family happiness. These assumptions not only wound personally but also ripple into the lives of their children. Family rejection makes matters even harder. There are women who, after becoming single mothers, find themselves completely abandoned, receiving neither emotional nor financial support from relatives, nor from the fathers of their children. For them, loneliness is as heavy as financial strain. Legal hurdles and progress. The bureaucracy of raising children without a cooperative father can be daunting. For example, administrative procedures involving a child's legal identity often demand paternal involvement. Yet here, progress is visible. Vietnamese law has grown more responsive to the needs of single mothers. Today, women can register the birth of their children even without providing the father's details. This shift, though modest, represents an important recognition of mothers' rights and an attempt to ease their legal burdens. Turning the tide, agency, support, and redefinition. Despite these realities, the landscape for single mothers in Vietnam is not static. Many are forging brighter paths, propelled by both their own determination and the growing fabric of community support. Some women actively choose single motherhood, rejecting the notion that marriage is necessary for happiness or legitimacy. These are often financially independent women, well-educated, and equipped with professional careers. For them, single parenthood is less a misfortune than a deliberate choice, a way to shape family life on their own terms. The rise of support networks, non-governmental organizations, volunteer groups, and online communities are playing a crucial role in this transformation. These groups provide not only financial and legal assistance but also spaces for psychological support and mutual encouragement. As these networks expand, societal attitudes are slowly shifting. The strong image of independent mothers is increasingly met with empathy and admiration, reducing the psychological pressure once borne in silence. This shift is especially visible among younger generations and in urban areas, where financially independent women are reframing motherhood as a symbol of autonomy rather than stigma. Rethinking family and happiness. For many modern women, marriage is no longer the prerequisite for a fulfilled family life. Some of Vietnam's most visible businesswomen, celebrities, and high-status figures have chosen single motherhood, and rather than being criticized, they are respected. Their children often grow up in environments rich in both material comfort and emotional security, evidence that family completeness does not necessarily require two married parents. Strength forged through adversity. Adversity, for many single mothers, has become a source of motivation rather than despair. Their determination pushes them to work harder, study further, and strive relentlessly for their children's futures. Being a single mother in Vietnam is not, as some stereotypes suggest, an unending tragedy. It is undoubtedly difficult, but it is also a path to independence, resilience, and even joy. YouTube and the myths of hardship. This broader social reality contrasts sharply with what is often portrayed on YouTube. Channels like those of Lati and Litib have gained audiences by showcasing images of hardship and perseverance. Yet the irony is that neither of these creators are actually single mothers in real life. Take Litika, real name Jantika. Though she married at a young age, her marriage remains strong, and she lives happily with her husband, Ban Seo. Together they are raising 2 children, the very children often seen in her videos. Before YouTube's success, Ban Seo worked as a bicycle repairer and farmer. But as their channel grew, he left manual labor behind to focus on content production. Their videos, while engaging, are staged depictions of hardship rather than authentic autobiographies. Similarly, Litui, real name Nguyen Khan, is married to James, the CEO of Van Seo Kwan. Though their wedding ceremony has yet to take place, their union is legal under Vietnamese law. James himself has a remarkable trajectory. Once an employee of large companies in the capital, he returned home to build the successful Lateca YouTube channel. James later reunited with Dai, and together they developed the Litu Dai channel. Much of the imagery audiences recognize, such as the white sofa or the rustic timber houses, are filmed on properties belonging to their biological family or built specifically for video production. Contrary to appearances, the James brothers own no timber company. It is a creative construct for storytelling. The power of representation. While stage, these channels tap into powerful cultural themes: the unyielding determination of women, the idealized compassion of men, and the ethnographic texture of Vietnam's minority communities. Through these dramatized depictions, audiences glimpse not just hardship, but also perseverance and love. Yet viewers must remember, such portrayals are not statistical truths about Vietnamese society. Real single mothers' lives are far more diverse, shaped by class, education, geography, and choice. Closing reflections. The story of single mothers in Vietnam cannot be neatly summarized as one of tragedy nor of triumph alone. It is a spectrum, from women abandoned by family and forced into economic hardship, to professionals who embrace single motherhood as an empowered choice. What unites these narratives is resilience, the determination to provide for their children, to rewrite the rules of family, and to claim dignity in a society still negotiating its attitudes toward them. To watch them is to see Vietnam in transition, a society where old prejudices endure, but where new stories of independence, support, and admiration are steadily rewriting the cultural script.